Alright. Have you ever heard of the pillaging, swashbuckling rulers of the sea? If you have, then Anne Bonny, Blackbeard, and Sir Francis Drake of the Caribbean might ring a bell. All of them were either killed or thrown in prison in the line of duty. But there is one pirate lord who not only out-pirated them all, but retired happily on her country's dime. I've always had a fascination with pirates ever since I was little, to the point of writing short stories about them and correcting people on false information. This speech is about the life of pirate lord Zheng Yishao, and how she became captain, how she ruled the East China Sea, and how she retired as the most successful pirate in history. Now with that in mind, let's get started. Zheng was born in 1775 in Guangdong, China. Her first job was on a flower boat, also known as floating brothels, as a prostitute. In 1801, commander of the Red Flag Fleet, Zheng Yi, also known as Cheng Yi, took notice of Zheng's beauty and talent for finances. She agreed on one condition to marry him. Half of his power and profits would be hers. As the now 16-year-old wife of a powerful pirate, together they sailed the seas as a ruthless pair with a fleet divided into 6 groups: black, white, blue, green, yellow, and the lead ship, red. With the help of Zheng, the pirate crew grew from originally 200 to about 1,000 ships, and the growth didn't stop there. 6 years later, however, Zheng was left widowed by Chengxi. No one knows if it was in battle or in a storm, but the result was that Zheng was placed on shaky ground as a leader. Her husband's adopted son and lover, Cheng Pao, also had rights to become captain. Back then, it was common for adults to adopt younger adults in China to set a connection between each other. So Cheng Pao was an adult when he was adopted. He stood in Zheng's way of a solidified leadership as well, and so to ensure that he would not become an issue and instill loyalty, Zheng took Cheng Pao as a lover as well. Now the sole captain, Zheng installed new laws to keep her massive crew in line. The rules were strict and swift. Rape a female prisoner, beheaded. If a member of the crew harmed a town that paid protection money to them, beheaded. Disobey orders, you don't need your ears. You don't listen anyway. Items seized in raids would be registered and distributed among everybody. 20% for the ship that registered it, and 80% for the entire armada. These rules led to an obedient crew that worked together flawlessly. As stated earlier, Zheng was a cunning businesswoman as well. Instead of only pillaging villages and ships, she imposed protection laws on villages. If they failed to pay, she would burn, slaughter, and loot. Ships that sold salt and other goods learned that it was easier to approach the pirates first and pay them not to attack their ships. Further into her career, she would sail her ship up rivers so that not even inland towns were safe from her empire. Both among her men and on the sea, her power was unopposed. Not even the Chinese Navy could stand against her over 1,000 ships and a crew of 70,000 men. This is opposed and compared to Blackbeard's 4 ships and 400 men, just to give you a better idea of how crazy powerful this woman was. Another example of the might of Zheng Yishao's fleets was shown when they decimated the Chinese Navy in battle. As given by Mark Cartwright in Zheng Yishao, multiple British, Portuguese, and Chinese battleships were all lost to Zheng Yishao and her formidable crew. A member of the British Navy was reported to saying, "About 60 or 70 sail of the Ladrones passed in the most impudent manner within range of the guns. Determined to push the presumption of these pirates, the frigate opened a smart fire on them, which was received by the Ladrones with the utmost coolness and indifference, and without even a returning shot." And this script comes from Cordingley and Falconer, 107. The Chinese Navy had begun 2 major battles that met a bloody defeat in 1808 and 1809. Met with dishonor, the admiral of the first battle committed suicide. The second tried to turn and flee, only to be slaughtered when the pirates jumped ship and swam to the Navy ships after the wind suddenly stopped and both sides were in dead water. Afterwards, Zheng Yishao then burned the coastal towns, killing thousands in what will be known as the Campaign of Terror. After being faced with utter humiliation at the defeats, the Emperor of China, Zheng, offered Zheng a deal: kneel before him, disband her crew, and give up the loot, and he would grant amnesty to all her crew and pay them handsomely. Amnesty means that he would cancel all of their charges, making them free men. Zheng countered. She would keep all of her immense wealth, and she would only kneel before the emperor if it was in marriage to Cheng Pao. After much debate, the emperor finally agreed, sanctioning their marriage. Zheng died peacefully at the age of 69, owning a gambling den that doubled as a secret smuggling ring. In Changxi, From Prostitute to Infamous Female Pirate, Emma Reese wrote, "Through her strength and courage, she became a powerful female pirate, in charge of a large fleet and a massive crew. As time went on, she became more and more powerful, and her reserves of loot grew until she saw the opportunity for amnesty. Through tough negotiations, Chengxi was able to walk away with everything she desired and the amnesty she wanted to." Thus ends the tale of Pirate Queen Zheng Yishao. She began as a prostitute married into piracy, ruled the East China Sea, defeated not only China's navy but two others, and retired in glory. She remains as the most successful pirate in history, not only dying rich in peace, but without a noose tightened around her neck. It is no exaggeration to call Zheng Yishao the Pirate Queen to rule them all. So, knowing that the title of Pirate Queen has been taken, what would your pirate name be? Thank you for tuning.